just feels a little bit bigger. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas State Bobcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. So the Texas Longhorns headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas State's offense will take the field first. And here comes Arch Manning, one of the top quarterbacks in this portal class and hoping to make a difference for this team. Got a man, it's Jackson.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Reading the option, it's Manning. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Bobcats want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Got his man. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To throw, Manning. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Manning. Got it set up on the outside. Plows through the defense. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Gets the back moving. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Has it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. He wants to change this route. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Bobcats. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Longhorns offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now we take a look at Nate Shepherd, one of the top running backs in the sport, and they believe he will be highly productive on this team. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls and fires complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. All the way back to the 15. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback may change this route. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The run inside. It's Jackson. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Bobcats moving quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Play action, here's Manning. Still looking, on the move. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. And the Bobcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Jackson. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Man, he's already got 43 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go?
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Manning.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Bobcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Manning. Trying to find the end zone. Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score. He'll try to slam it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bobcats. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. Bounced off his feet.
If you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got it. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Running behind that left side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Texas State takes the field hoping to get this drive started. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Back to pass, it's Lacey. It's complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening.
Could be an alley. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They're working that left side. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
They'll send out the kicker here. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He's got great speed and good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That's caught. It's Cobb.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And the Bobcats with the 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Got it. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. The Bobcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air, it's Manning. Pressure coming. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long caught. They will score! Touchdown, Texas State!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Bringing the heat. On the move, he fires.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Floats it out in space. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Unloads to the wideout. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run the counter. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Dumps it to the back. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Nestles it in at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Lacey. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Looking for room at the 40. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
1 more snap coming before halftime. Quick completion to the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with North Dakota State taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes. And it's the home team looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings. Now back over to your game inside Bobcat Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Bobcat Stadium.
And the Bobcats will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
I caught up with the Longhorns head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
To the air, it's Lacey. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it. There he goes. Inside the... And he scores! Touchdown, Texas!
Well, it had to start somewhere for this offense and this quarterback, and they finally find some life here early in the second half. That was a first half to forget, no question about it. And obviously, there's a lot of work still to be done, but it's all about momentum. And getting that touchdown pass, David, that just may spark things for him and this offense.
Well, and obviously building this deficit, they're not going to be able to run the football like they want to. It's going to be on his shoulders. So to watch him come out focused with a plan, the second half adjustments are going to be crucial, but it's going to be on his shoulders, and that's a good start, and they've cut into this lead, but it's going to have to be continue to be through the air with this passing attack.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Arch Madness. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And he's still running after the move. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. This field position is quite advantageous. First and goal from the 4. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Texas! And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Texas State sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Arch is going to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll try to get to the marker himself. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. From midfield, looking for room. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They have it once again in spectacular field position. Cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snagged in the middle, it's Townsend. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass, it's Lacey. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. And the Bobcats will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Here's Arts to throw. Here's the pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Bobcats are flying down the field. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Pulls it on the option. There's a crease. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Texas sideline, one thing I'm really keeping my eyes on here today, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He told me before the game.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. Manning with a play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it on the counter. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. We've come to the break, and Texas State has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the grab. It's Napier. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse. Just steamrolling the defense. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Running inside, it's Pryor. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Throwing Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Might be calling a hot route. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Gonna let it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bobcats line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Secures it at the 30. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Pulls it on the option. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Grabbed over the middle. It's Townsend. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but's able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Reads it, fires complete. There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown Longhorns! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. 2nd down coming up. They go play action with Manning. Finds a man on the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Bobcats want to move quickly. They go to the counter. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Holds and fires complete to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 37. The Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Caught. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Some misdirection with the counter. Touchdown, Texas State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown, now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Texas offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
Makes the grab. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Gotta have it here on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. Wants to throw on first down. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Moving out to the right. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Sweet cut there. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the player. As you come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and